Good evening and welcome to Bangalore Buzz, your trusted source for the top stories in Bangalore. I am Sathvi G Bhat and you're watching Primetime Buzz. First up, we have Christ University's very own Prachi Pingle, a professor of practice at the Department of Media Studies, venturing into the realm of podcasting and community radios, bridging the gap between academic practice and space in professional media. Let's hear directly from her, shall we?
Hi, my name is Prachi. I have been a journalist for over 2 decades. I have worked with various organizations such as Outlook and BBC News and The Hindu. I'm currently working at Christ University as Professor of Practice. The Department of Media Studies has recently started the Media Hub. What we are hoping to do at the Media Hub is to give hands-on training to students to create content which can be streamed on various platforms. Currently, we are hoping to start the audio podcast. We could also branch into creating video content and text content, which can be submitted as stories and can be carried on various publishing platforms. So what this does is not only do the students get trained professionally, we also bring in industry experts to help us. We also bring in guests to talk to us whose experience the students will benefit from. So all in all, I think the Media Hub will be a win-win experiment for all of us, where we create socially relevant content. We want to have an impact on the society by generating content that is important for us in these times, whether it is about climate change, whether it is about environment, whether it is about what the students want to learn or do, the issues that matter to them. So we are trying to focus on a lot of things and create content which will be streamed on many platforms, and people will have access to it. Apart from the student community, it will also go into the real world. So I think the students will get trained professionally while we do these podcasts at the Media Hub, and at the same time there will be rich content going out. So I think we are really looking forward to that.
Next up, we have the remarkable Dr. Saji Varghese, a dedicated college teacher and visionary entrepreneur who is weaving together education and sustainability to create a transformative impact on his community. His dual role as an educator and entrepreneur exemplifies how passion and purpose can converge to uplift the lives of unemployed women and children through a sustainable business model. In 2018, Dr. Saji Varghese launched Sunbird Straws, an environmental service designed to provide environmental and economic benefits to the society. Alongside his invention, he also runs UBT, a community-driven tea startup. Let's hear from Dr. Varghese about his sustainable innovations.
Hi, I'm Saji Varghese. I am Associate Professor in the Department of English, and I also spearhead the Social Entrepreneurship Wing of Christ Incubation Center, where we try out different innovative ideas either in product innovations or in service innovations, which can augment the incomes of either the urban poor or the rural communities. And with that objective in mind, we have 2 startups happening now. One is Sunbird Straws, where we make drinking straws from naturally dried and fallen coconut trees, and the 2 students are also co-founders with me in that startup, and we have developed in-house technology to roll out these straws, and we deploy these machines in the villages, and we employ women from the rural areas to roll out these straws, and these straws are sold globally under the brand Sunbird. The other startup that we are working with right now is called UBT, stands for Ubiquitous Tea, that is the Everywhere Tea People, where we have identified the wandering tea vendors, those who go around and sell tea, and we must have come across them very often, where most of the time the tea that they make is very substandard. The hygiene protocols of the flask is also suspect, and they most importantly they don't have a brand visibility. So this is a startup where we want to make strategic interventions in the business of the wandering tea vendor, where we have standardized the tea and we have implemented some hygiene protocols for the flask, and also we have built a brand visibility called UBT. And the business model is that the tea is made in the kitchens of women from the lower economic ladder of the society. The tea gets made there, and these women are called the UB partners, and the prepared tea gets sold by UB buddies who take them in cycles which are branded. And we are also creating an app for them, so that let's say at your institution you have a meeting and you want to order 70 cups of tea, you can book it through an app, and the nearest UB partner will be alerted, and she'll prepare it in her kitchen, and it will be delivered by the UB buddy. So it's an interesting startup which we have just piloted, and it is showing very promising results. The women are also happy being part of the UBT family, and the UB partners also stand to earn a lot. So they are not employees with us; they are co-owners with us in the business. So they earn with every cup that gets sold. So we are looking forward to scale it up in future.
Now that's what I call an entrepreneurial spirit. Now it's time to dive into our top stories for the day. The Safety for Women Foundation, a non-governmental organization focusing on the issue of women's safety, organized the Be the Light, a streetlight initiative event, which included a panel discussion and night walk initiative highlighting the impact of collective action in guaranteeing women's safety. The event stressed upon how well-lit streets are crucial for public safety and laid initiatives to extend the safety of a well-lit street to every corner of the city. The event hosted an incredibly knowledgeable and diverse panel featuring BBMP East Joint Commissioner Snehal, cine actor Priyanka Upendra, BESCOM Chief GM Corporate Affairs Pushpa S, Axis Bank Executive VP by Shanki, Bangalore Walks founder Arun Pai, President of the Bangalore Apartments Federation Vikram Rai, and lastly but definitely not the least, Purnima Shetty, the initiator of the Safety for Women Foundation. The panel also welcomed Nitya Mandhyam from the Times of India as the moderator of the discussion. The event was hosted at Bangalore's very own St. Joseph's Institute of Management on the 23rd of March from 4 p.m. in the evening and lasted up till 7 p.m. into the night. The event featured an illuminating panel discussion and an interpretive dance, and also a night walk initiative showing by example how citizen involvement and initiative can help make the streets a less daunting experience for women in the city.
Hi, I'm Nitya Mandhyam, journalist at the Times of India. Urban infrastructure and aviation are my expertise subjects. I've been associated with SFW, which is Safety for Women, beginning from today, to be very honest. And the primary reason how I'm actually connected is because of Purnima Shetty. And she has been the voice of a lot of civic issues that actually happens in Bangalore. And knowing her, I had the opportunity to understand why she's doing a particular development or an event with respect to safety for women. And safety for women is a very important subject today. With the amount of crime that's actually happening in the city, and people complaining about it, the silent marches, the candlelight march, I think it is very important to stand and take a voice for something instead of just complaining. And that is how I felt that this particular event resonates with my ideology and how I believe in having an optimistic approach for everything rather than just pessimistically complaining. So with respect to, there is a certain lacuna when it comes to covering safety issues with respect to women. Not everything is actually brought to light, and not everything is also hid. It is very, what do you say? I would actually look at it like it is subjective, right? Some issues can be easily brought out, while some issues can't be. Also, today, it's not just about women having issues. There have been a lot of incidents where women have misused what is given to them. And that has become even more challenging, right? Where there are cases where women have been beating men, there are cases where women have been poisoning people, women have been murdering. While today there is a voice against it and people are actually coming out, I think it is good to see how media is supporting women on a whole, right? When there is a crime, they're there. They understand the women's perspective. Today, there is a voice against having MCPs, like male chauvinist pigs. People have a voice against it. People are ready to let women actually step out of boundaries, because earlier, there is this saying where it would go like, we give permission to our lady to work. आज permission नहीं चाहिए. We know we can work. We have confidence in doing it. I think that has changed today.
In another development in the women's safety sector, the Suraksha app, developed by the Karnataka Police, is designed to help women feel safe and secure and is a key tool to enhance women's safety. The app's unique feature includes an SOS button that, when pressed, sends alerts to the police control room with the user's location, enabling immediate attention. Our field reporters hit the streets of Bengaluru to find out how much do the youth even know about this app. Over to our field reporters now.
We're at Kaban Park asking men how safe they think Bengaluru is for women. With rising concerns and tools like the Suraksha app, we are finding out if technology is enough or does the change start with us. Let's find out. Okay, so what do you think of women's safety in Bangalore? Like, how safe do you think women feel when they are traveling alone at night?
I've been to Bangalore. It's been almost like 2 months. Just so far, I have not seen any such things, which are very disturbing for me to see. But as far as I have heard about it, Bangalore is quite safe for I think for the girls.
Of course, nowadays they are giving more safety. Karnataka police are giving more safety. Nowadays you can see the night duties they are doing more for the safety purpose of girls. So no need to safety this. They are to be brave. However, the girls are being more brave.
In Bangalore, it's pretty much safe. Don't see any problem in Bangalore. It's still it is there, I know, but it's okay. Not as bad as rural.
It's just basically a lot safer from other cities. If you compare it with Delhi or some other places of northern India, it is way safer, in any other part of India, I feel. But nowadays, a bit scary these days, but fine. Better than other cities as well.
So, what steps do you think men can take in public spaces to make women feel more safe?
Depends on the mentality first. Like, how do you approach or how do you talk to a girl? It depends on the respect, how you give the respect and how do you take the respect. First of all, the rest is up to your mentality again.
Men are sensitive enough. They'll do what is needed. They don't have to take any extra step. You just don't need to be bad enough to see that or take advantage of a woman. You just have to become sensitive.
Nowadays, even every man are taking more value to their cons. Even they are walking in a single seat also, they are not even looking, they are not even seeing in a bad way. Even they are going to approaching and they are making our safety, or they are asking and they are giving more priority to women.
I guess the first thing that we can do is like make them comfortable enough, even if we are traveling through the public transportation. I think we can simply offer the seat and make sure that they're at least safe, they're not in the wrong hands or something like that.
Are you aware of the Suraksha app?
I have heard it for the first time.
No.
Yeah, I have heard about the Suraksha app, but I have not gone through that app. But
So, there's an app called the Suraksha app. Are you aware of this app? So the Suraksha app is an app launched by the Bangalore City Police, and it's basically a safety app for women. So the app has a SOS button. So if a woman is feeling unsafe, she can press that SOS button and it will alert the police officers nearby, and it will share her location with them, and it will also take a little evidence video that can be used later. But do you think these apps are enough, or the police should do more?
No, even though they are doing more to women, even they are making emergency purpose to women, nowadays they are changing the rapido cabs. I think so it's more enough for the women, but they are, want to do more to their safety.
Yeah, it's good, like it's better to have, but yeah, again, I must say, like, phone is again a thing, right? You can throw it off, and again, depends. Again, I must say there is one thing called as MGPS that can be used. A phone can be used as a device. If it is turned off also, it will give you the live location with the floor number.
Yeah, apps are like this are good enough. Like most steps, in a sense, like women should be more careful. Of course, if men are sensible, women don't have to worry about anything. I was talking to one of my friends. She was telling women should be given a gun. It's not a good idea, of course, because men can later misuse it. Women can have guns and stuff. App is, of course, a very good idea.
App itself is not enough. I believe that police should take some strict actions, as we have seen all throughout India, that it have been difficult for the woman to travel by, and then but I think police can do much better than that. I think they have shown their potential over the years, but I think they can do much better than this.
While apps like Suraksha help, what we really need is more action on ground. Women's safety is everyone's responsibility. At Cubbon Park with Anoushka Kundu and camera person Nivedha M.
Now, as the conversation on women's safety continues, another event in the heart of Bangalore's social and cultural scene is drawing the public's attention. A talk on refracting data work between art and policy was organized at the Museum of Art and Photography on the 18th of March, which explored the relationship between technology, policy, and the arts. With the rise of data analytics, digital platforms, and artificial intelligence, the datafication of labor has become central to the digital economy. Bridging policy and artistic practice, the University of Amsterdam and Apti Institute's ongoing data work project seeks to critically explore this conjuncture. As part of this initiative, the Data Work in the Digital Economy grant will support new creative media projects that unearth, explore, and critique the digital economy in India from the perspectives of the labor that supports and sustains it. The talk included brief presentations by artists Anisha Baid, Debarun Sarkar, Srinivas Harivanam, and Tara Kelton, and was followed by a transdisciplinary conversation between researcher Maria Laura Ghitini, Professor Paul Anthony George from Sisti Manipal, and Priyam Vadalia, Senior Associate at Apti Institute, which was moderated by Maila T. Samdub, a research fellow at the Information Society at Yale Law School. One project explored the often overlooked labor that sustains the digital economy, focusing on the feminization of computer-based work, particularly typing, drawing parallels between the typewriter and the piano. Another project used gaming as a metaphor, where humans play AI bots, believing that they are the real workers, challenging the notion of premature automation. Tara's work examined the tension between human and machine, creating a real-time collaborative artwork where a live search agent operates as a human rather than an AI. That has been all for today. Stay tuned for more live updates through our channel. This was Bangalore Buzz, keeping you alert, informed, and empowered.